Welcome back. Time to find out what we got wrong and what we missed from TV's Andy Levy at the Red Eye News Deck. Hey, Andy.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, Dan, first of all, it's so cool that you are Larry Lombardi's son-in-law.
I am, yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Lucky man. Hillary in trouble for saying off the reservation. Dan, you wondered how all the Native Americans felt about Trump referring to them as Indians. I believe that's okay again.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you have to check because different Native Americans / Indians feel differently about it.
Do you have their email so that I can check?
I do not. I'm not on the group email.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Or the reservation, apparently.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
See, that's a bit rude. You're right. God, who does that?
Unbelievable.
How can you do that, Kennedy? How?
I don't know. I didn't want to do it, Andy.
I know. That was an old family
Felt I
guy
owed
joke.
it to them.
An old Family Guy joke. Kennedy, a question for you, though. When Hillary said she has experience dealing with men who go off the reservation, she was talking about Bill, wasn't she?
Oh, my gosh, yes, first and foremost.
Yeah.
He is the template for...
Yep. Tom, you noted that Trump said, I won't even bring up the fact that the Indians have gone wild on this statement. I'm not going to get into that. Even Chris Cuomo noticed what Trump was doing there. That's how you know he wasn't subtle at all.
Well, he's brilliant. I think Trump is always brilliant at doing that, saying, I'm not going to...
He does that all the time.
I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, yeah. It's always, I'm not going to say his name, and then the next minute it's Lion Ted. Tim, you said Indians are Trump's people because of the casinos.
Sure.
Aren't they his competitors?
I think he works with them. They work for him. They love him. Don't you know the way it works?
No, okay.
Yeah, you get it,
That
Andy?
sounds correct.
Come on,
yeah.
what do
you sound right. Dan, after Kennedy eloquently explained where the phrase off the reservation came from, you then asked, wouldn't off the reservation be good then because it showed, like, rebellion or whatever? No, because the phrase was coined by the white people. So it was coined in a derogatory way.
Duh, Kennedy. Obviously.
Wow, how did I get roped into your private house?
I don't know. Carly Fiorina falls. Can we show the second video again?
Please.
And the next president of the United States.
I want you to take a look. Notice when she falls down and to the left.
Yeah.
Back into the left.
Yeah.
Down and to the left.
Back into the left.
Down and to the
Back
left.
into the left.
Thank God we had a second shooter, though, to get that angle.
Right.
Kennedy, you said Cruz's Fiorina thing, naming her his running mate, just seemed like a gimmick. Why so cynical?
I don't know, Andy. It's been
what happened to
such
you?
a transparent
What happened to
organization.
you?
I blame my parents.
By the way, Cruz had a net favorable rating among Republicans of plus 48 back in January. You want to know what it is now?
Yeah.
-6.
Oh, great.
People don't like him anymore.
Oh.
It's almost like the more Republicans got to know him, the less they liked him. Weird. Franklin Graham on pot. I mean Franklin Graham's take on pot, not Franklin Graham on pot. Yeah.
Right.
Kennedy, you said you think there are smarter arguments to make about weed besides God made it, so it must be good, and that Graham won this one. Yeah, but nobody's seriously making this argument. He picked a couple of commenters said that to him, and that's.
You know what? Stoners sometimes lack the sort of eloquence necessary to move their cause forward, and plenty of them have said, "Hey, man, it just came out of the ground. God made it." Yeah.
Okay. Tom, you asked who that other preacher is who you watch on TV for an hour that he's great.
Yeah.
I think you meant Bill O'Reilly.
Him too. I like watching him. But Joel Osteen, I think he's great.
All right. Dan, you said Jesus, I think it was you, Dan, that said Jesus was into wine, so he definitely partied?
Yeah.
But, of course, in Luke chapter 7, verse 34, Jesus says, the Son of Man has come eating and drinking, and you say, look at him, a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. His point being that he was falsely accused of being a drunkard, whereas, in fact, he preached against drunkenness.
But Ezekiel 18...
No, not really. We've done this before. We've been here before.
Something about
Dan.
a keg? I don't, yeah.
You know what the Bible says about not forgiving people.
The painting ad and, well, I'll start with the painting ad. Tom, you said Slow TV started with some Norwegian channel showing a 7-hour train trip.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have never seen the Yule log.
Yeah, I mean, Yule log, but, you know, Yule log was never, it didn't get 1.2 million views. This thing really took off.
Really?
Yeah.
And there was no music to the painting fence.
Yeah, I don't know.
U-Log had music.
I believe 1.2 million people have watched the U-Log.
Well, look, you might be right.
I
Andy.
believe more people have watched the Yule log than have watched Gangnam Style.
They may have.
But the
may have.
Yule log
I'm
wasn't
wrong
meant
about
to
that.
be watched. It was just meant to be in the background
Yeah.
while you opened your holiday presents.
This show is programming, and it's influencing the BBC schedule. And, Andy, it's coming here to the U.S., mark my words.
Okay. I watched the Yule log, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, well, you might like
This is
some
fascinating.
of the upcoming programming.
Absolutely fascinating. Julie, you said this would be perfect for when you have people over because it would be something you could put on, but people wouldn't pay attention to it over you.
That would be my hope. Because
Right,
I like
because what if they
attention.
did?
Pardon me?
What if they did pay attention to it over you?
I would throw something through the TV. I would get violent.
Yeah.
I would take away their wine glasses or whatever else they're partaking in.
Well,
I will come down because if I don't get all the attention all the time, it is a problem.
Okay.
A problem.
All right, Radiohead. Kennedy, first of all, none of your Radiohead jokes were funny.
Jokes?
Just want to point that
Not
out.
jokes.
Why were you so mean to Tom York? You know he's a sensitive soul.
I don't care if he's a sensitive
He
soul.
is a
He's
sensitive
a grown
soul.
man. He can
He is
grow
a beautiful, delicate
and
artist,
deal with it.
probably
he's
half
putting
human,
his
half
music
sprite,
out there.
and you are sitting there and you are being
people,
mean to him.
It's a big
How
deal.
dare you, sir?
Oh, I'm so
How
sad
dare you,
about
sir?
it. I'm a little wet rat in the pool at the MTV beach house.
You know what? When you do anything in your life that's a third as good as OK Computer,
Yeah.
you can talk like that.
What have they done since then?
They have done Kid A and then Amnesiac.
Amnesiac
and
was
then,
stupid.
Amnesiac was fantastic.
It was dumb.
No, it wasn't. You're dumb.
Their last appearance on Saturday Night Live was worse than Ashley Simpson.
That might be true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank
wow.
you.
Yeah. By the way, one person who hasn't erased his internet presence is longtime Radiohead producer Nigel Godrich. And on Monday, he cryptically tweeted a picture of a page from a book called Plot Genie Index. This is a book that's supposed to break down how to write a pulp novel. Now there are people out there who are going crazy online trying to figure out what it means. So it's fun. It's fun to watch.
People have so much time.
Isn't that the miraculous thing? Like 11 minutes to
time.
watch fence painting?
Yeah.
2.5 hours to watch a train ride?
Yeah.
I've been on a conference call this whole time.
Worth pointing out, or maybe not, that Radiohead, they have a great song on the Kid A album called How to Disappear Completely. Wow. And now they're putting that into practice. Very deep.
Life imitating art,
Very
indeed.
deep.
Or self-plagiarism.
Too deep for all of you, particularly Mr. Kennedy over there. I'm done.
Thank you, Andy.
Yep.